What is going on, YouTube? It is your boy Spoof, back again today. So, what we're going to be talking about today is the new Fortnite update that came out. I played it as soon as it dropped. It's pretty awesome. What you're going to be watching on screen is a duo gameplay with me and my boy HP. This doesn't have the new map in it because this gameplay was from, I want to say, like 2 weeks ago. So, yeah, so basically my opinion on the update so far as I've been playing pretty much all day. It's awesome. Like, the textures look great, the new trees, the new towns, everything looks great. Right now, landing in tilted towers is pretty dangerous. You got about maybe 30 people there each game so far from what I've seen. I kind of stopped going over there due to the fact of how many people were actually landing there. But yeah, the what else is there? There's the haunted hills, which is the graveyard. Then you got Snobby Shores, which is like a beach house style. There's like four houses, four or five maybe. Uh, for my opinion, Haunted Hills, not that much loot there from what I've seen so far. But I mean, hey, I guess it changes every game. The loot is obviously random, so you'll find what you find. You never know. But I think there's a couple things that I think Fortnite needs to add as well, like in the upcoming updates. For one, we need a snipers only map. I mean, not snipers only map, a snipers only game mode. Um, I just think that would be really fun. People will get their skills up sniping because, if you're going against everyone else sniping, you're obviously going to start to figure out the bullet drop, the distance, etc. Speaking of the distance, another new thing that they added was each time you get a sniper kill, it tells you, not even a kill if you down them, so if you're playing with a squad or a duo, it tells you the meters, basically the distance of the shot that you hit. So it'll say like TG Spoof downed or killed, knocked out, whatever, whoever it was, and then right next to that you'll see the meters, the numbers. So that's pretty cool as well that they did. But yeah, I think a snipers only game mode would be pretty dope. What else was? Oh, another thing I think would be really cool if they added in a kill cam, kind of like how Call of Duty has it, where it's like, I think 5 seconds, or I don't think it's 10. I think it's 5 seconds from when when the person killed you. You get to see their point of view. So, because I'm sure I know it's happened to me tons of times. I'm sure it's happened to you as well, where you get killed and you're like, what happened? Like, you'll get killed and it'll show you the guy that killed you, but you don't really know what shot he hit. So I mean, I'm interested to see what shot he hit, because why not? If he hit a nice shot, you gotta respect it. Can't be mad. But yeah, so those two definitely would be I'm telling you, the snipers only mode would be pretty dope. But what else did they add? They took. Oh, so another thing that they did that you could change in your settings was, so let's say you're building, right? And obviously when you first press the build tool on console, I don't know if it's the same as PC, but it's circle and B, Xbox and PS4 respective. Alright, so you press circle originally, it's going to bring up the wall. Now, let's say while you're building, you end up building stairs as the last thing that you built. The next time that you open up the build tool, it's going to start you on the stair tool. So there is a setting, if you go to look in your settings, to stop it from doing that. And I would definitely recommend doing that, because today alone there's been numerous battles where I'm thinking I'm pulling out the wall and it's building stairs, because that's what I built last time I used the build tool. Also, I can tell you this, I feel like, for me at least, I have a PS4 Pro and an Xbox One S. The game definitely runs better on the PS4 Pro, there's no doubt about it. This gameplay you're watching right here was on the PS4 Pro. When you see me live streaming, I'm on the Xbox One S. Most of the time. I mean, I'll live stream from PS4, whichever I got more people playing on at the moment. But from my experience right now, I'm sure the game runs better on the Xbox One X, just for the fact that it has way more power compared to both the Xbox One S and the PS4 Pro. But I don't have the Xbox One X, so I can't actually confirm that with you. Another thing that I've noticed, I don't know if it's true or I'm just tripping balls, but running or sprinting on the Xbox One it has to be slower compared to the sprinting on the PS4. In my that's Listen, I don't know if I'm right about that. Someone could confirm that in the comments if you do know for a fact, but I just I feel like the running on PlayStation is faster. I don't know why. That's just how it feels. I really can't explain it, but another thing I've seen is like we'll be playing and one of the characters is outrunning like the other three of us in a squad. And I just don't understand like what the difference is, or is there something that slows you down, or something that makes you quicker? Because I haven't seen it yet. Especially like there's been times where you'll think that you're gonna make it safe from the gas, but on Xbox I'll get caught in the storm because for some reason I'm just running slower compared to normal gameplay on PlayStation. If someone can confirm that for me in the comments below, I'd really appreciate it. But yeah, so right now we haven't seen much. We landed in Flush, so that's usually a safe spot. Now, a lot of people were under the they were thinking that, we're gonna land in Retail Road now because the whole west side of the map now is filled. And retail will probably be empty, or any of the old towns, it's been false actually. There's actually still people landing in every town. Maybe you'll catch no one in Tomato Town, but like there's literally like one or two buildings there, so people weren't really landing there before the update, so that would be one of the towns that would still probably be low populated. But as far as Retail Row and Pleasant Park and probably Greasy Grove, those are all still getting people jumping there. So if you're under the impression that no one's going to be there because of these new spots, you're wrong. The thing is, it could be that everyone's under that same impression and everyone's trying to land at the spots that they think are going to be lower populated. But if you're really trying to get better at the game, I would recommend, if you really want to get into a battle off rip, land at Tilted Towers, the new city that they built. Because first of all, the buildings are massive. Like the first game in my last video that I posted, when I did a little exploration of the new map, if you jump from that top building to the ground, you're going to end up on 19 health. I can tell you that for a fact. So, landing on top of the buildings is pretty ballsy. If you don't get that weapon and you got to hop down, you better hope you're going to find bandages or something at the bottom, because I fell to the bottom. I mean, I had a green pump, so I did get a couple kills. But yeah, Tilted Towers, like the architecture that they've done, it just looks really good. Each city and each town, like each point of interest, has like its own feel now, if you know what I mean. Like Haunted Hills, it has like older style. I don't want to say it kind of looks like older style, like it's a graveyard, so it's like older style buildings. Not medieval. I wouldn't say medieval. Maybe you could say medieval, but that's what that would be. Then you have the I forget the name now. I'm drawing a blank. Junction, I believe is what it's called. That is where you have all the cars, the flattened cars. So it's like a big junkyard. As far as breaking down the cars, I was expecting to get a little bit more metal. You're getting about 24-ish, maybe a little more, a little less metal each pack of cars that you do chop down. What else do we got? So then now at the top northwest end of the map, they have a huge llama that they built. And inside you have the ability to edit the entire building. So if you remember before the update, they have the building in the northeast corner of the map that's like all made out of wood, and you have the ability to edit that building. So you also have the ability to edit the llama that they put at the northwest end, which also does have chests in it. well, obviously maybe not every game, but from what I've seen in videos, and I haven't actually been inside of it, but I've seen videos, there were chests inside of it. So I think the worst, from what I've seen, the worst spot to loot in the new area would have to be Haunted Hills. It just, it really doesn't feel like there's much there, especially if you're playing squads or duos, because we landed there as a squad and we came out with like subs. I mean, obviously, listen, you're gonna get chests. Some of them are gonna be shitty. You know, that's how the game works. You know, you just gotta live with it. But as far as like random gun drops, you know, like where guns will spawn, I haven't seen much as far as like random spots where guns are at in that town. It's not big, don't like it's not huge, but as far as loot there, it's not the greatest. You also have a building, no, not a couple buildings like factories, kind of how they have the factories near Retail Row, to the northeast. Yeah, it's to the northeast of Flush Factory. That area seems to be pretty nice. Has a pretty nice loot selection there. Obviously the city I spoke about, Tilted. If you listen, if you want to be better at the game, land there. And just be the last guy standing in Tilted. Just keep going for it, you know? Keep trying. Keep trying. You're not gonna get it the first time. You're not gonna get it the second time. You might get it the third time. But just keep hitting it, you know, keep getting into those gun battles. That's what's gonna get you better at the game. So if you really want to get better, land at Tilted Towers and just be the best. That's all I can really say about that. Anything else that I think they should change? Oh, another thing that they did was, pre-update, you were able to crouch in the water and kind of tilt your camera forward, and you could literally see for an infinite distance under the water. So if anyone's camping in the water, you were able to see them. Now, if you tilt your camera forward when you're in the water, it literally looks like how underwater would look. It's like greenish, blue, murky water. So I think that's a good add-on. As well as they did put in, I'm drawing a blank again. When you were in water before the update, people literally couldn't shoot you. Like, the water would stop bullets from hitting you. Now, if you're in the water, it doesn't help you at all. So if you're in the water, you're totally in the open. People could shoot you. There's no way of getting around it. You could build in the water still, but like I said beforehand, you weren't able, like, bullets were not able to go through the water and hit you. Now they can. Now, if you're watching here, I have one kill. I'm not sure how much my boy HP has. He got 18 left. Getting into a little sniper war here. This guy's built up a little, you know, a little wood shack. I don't know if I hit this shot. I don't really remember. This game actually took place, I want to say, a week ago. And yeah, so I'm trying to think, what else do I think they should change? Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. So they spoke about how they revamped the scoped AR. From what I've seen, the only thing that they did to it was change the scope. It still sucks. The gun is terrible. You could be aiming at the person perfectly. Listen, the reticle could be on their head and the bullets are not hitting them. I don't know what the deal is with that gun, but it just sucks. Maybe some of you like it. I know it's probably better on PC, but as far as console goes with that gun, it still sucks. Don't think like, oh, they updated it, it's probably good now. No. I used it like 3 times, purple and blue. They both still suck. So, one sec. Okay, so yeah, we got 16 left here. See if I can hit this shot. Oh, how did that miss? Another thing that they really need to do, which I know they did on PC, but they did it on accident. Actually, it was supposed to just be a test or on the test servers, but it's what people call bloom. You'll literally be like, especially with the ARs, you'll be you know the dot in the middle of the crosshair, it would be on their head or on their body, and the bullets are they're just not hitting. And I mean, I guess I get it, but like sometimes you really just don't hit shots, and it really gets frustrating because like you're aiming perfectly on the guy. The bullet should be hitting. So that's another thing that I think they have to improve. Not like change totally, but just improvements. I know they were talking about adding recoil, but they're adding recoil. But if you are actually aiming at the person, the bullets are going to hit. And I've seen videos of the test server how they did the accident that they did, and yeah, that would be pretty huge if they did that. What else did they do? If you break down metal containers now, you're supposedly supposed to get more. I've seen, I want to say 35 or 37. I don't know how much you were getting before because I don't usually use metal to build. I usually go with brick and wood because it's obviously the easiest to collect and the quickest to build, because metal does take a lot longer to fully complete compared to the brick and the wood. So yeah, we got 10 guys left, meaning there's 8 and us 2. So I'm just gonna let this thing play out and see what happens here. I'm actually gonna take off my camera and I'm gonna let you guys hear the game sound. So yeah, this has been your boy Spoof. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If there's anything you think that Fortnite should add, change, improve, etc., just add it in the comments below. And yeah, it's been your boy Spoof. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Peace.
damn chains, modern slavery. But this ain't 1800, so they pay me. Yeah, shaking my demons off.